Hi, my name is Alyssa and I'm the creator behind Pearly White Patterns. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to cast on. Now, what do I mean by that? Casting on is the process by which you put your yarn onto your needles. You can't actually start knitting until you get some stitches on these needles. Before you cast on, you'll want to check that your needles and your yarn are compatible. In general, a thicker yarn is going to need a needle that is larger in diameter, and your finer yarns will need needles that are smaller. So I suggest finding a yarn that you like and taking a look at the yarn label. A yarn label will usually suggest what size of needles to use, and I've got one right here to show you as an example. Now this yarn is made by Lion Brand and the style is called Heartland. There's a lot of useful information on a yarn label, but right now we're looking for the suggested needle size. Now, since yarns can be used for both knitting and crocheting, we'll want to make sure we're looking at the knitting symbol, which is this one right here. You can see here that the manufacturer is suggesting that we use a 5.5 millimeter needle, which is the same as a size 9. You don't have to use the exact size, like half a millimeter larger or smaller, which it'll work fine. And in this example, I'm using 5 millimeter, which I know works just fine for this yarn. The first step is to make a slip knot with your yarn. So that's this knot here. And then you pass your needle through the loop, pull, not too tight. You want to be able to fit the second end of your needle or your second needle through that loop still. So now I'm going to take the second needle, pass the tip through the stitch, take my yarn tail that's attached to the ball of yarn, wrap it around counterclockwise, and make another loop that I will pull through the first loop. Now I'll put this new loop on the needle next to the original slip knot, pull taut but not too tight. And this time, when we go to make our third cast on stitch, I'm passing the needle between the two stitches, not through the stitches between. Wrap the yarn again, pull through, and place on the needle next to the second stitch. Okay, and now every new stitch after this will be pulled between the last two stitches that are already on the needles. And you keep going until you have cast on the number of stitches that your pattern asks for, or the number of stitches that you decide if you're making something on your own. And once you've cast on a few stitches, your work will look something like this. So now that you've cast on the number of stitches that your pattern asks for, the number of stitches that you want, it's time to start knitting and purling. So be sure to check out the next video in this series where I teach you how to do the knit stitch and the purl stitch. Now, if you really like this video, you're finding it helpful, easy to follow, make sure to give the video a thumbs up so that other people can easily find this video and learn from it as well.